Right, well, it is 9:30. It is Thursday, so we're going to go ahead and start Blue Sync. And thanks to CJ in our Holland office for that music recommendation. Great way to get us started today. We are going to be talking about ListTrac. So ListTrac, do not confuse it with ListHub. It is a new product being brought to us by the Coldwell Banker brand. You are looking at CB Exchange right now. So if you go into CB Exchange and you type in ListTrac, and there are two T's. If you do it with one, it won't come up. I had that issue myself. So if you do that, there is a lot of information in here about what ListTrac is. There's a frequently asked questions, and most importantly, I want to point out, are there webinars for agents, and there's webinars for brokers and managers. I do highly recommend that you sit through one of the trainings from the brand, and highly suggest to your agents that they sit through a training as well. If none of the trainings work for them on the given times that they have coming up, there is actually a recorded version of this in CBU. So if you click on your springboard there, click on CBU Learning Center and launch into that. On the left-hand side, once that screen comes up, you will see ListTrac, and there are two versions. There's the one for brokers, managers, and then there's the one for agents. So these are pre-recorded. You can watch these at any time that you want, or you can catch one of the live webinars so that you can ask the instructor questions if you would like to do that. So that's why you would want the live ones. But there are the pre-recorded ones found in CBU. So let's launch right into ListTrac. We go back to our handy dandy springboard to do that. So you click on your little shirt button there. It launches your springboard. Again, depending on your security settings, you will see some of this, all of this, or none of this. And if you scroll down right here is ListTrac. Again, we still have ListHub. We have not migrated away from ListHub at this point, so it's still available to all the agents. The brand will be removing this when they've done their listing syndication 2.0. So they've started with ListTrac. They still have to launch ListSync. So there is some information about that in CB Exchange as well. If you want to jump ahead and get in the know and learn about that, you can search for ListSync. Again, that's List and then SYNK, just like Blue Sync, but it's ListSync. So once they've launched that, their migration will be complete and they will actually end their association with ListHub. However, the Schmidt organization has our own premium access to ListHub, and at this time we've not migrated away from that. So ListTrac is just a new tool that our agents can use if they would like to. They can use it in conjunction with ListHub. They can migrate away themselves. I'm going to show you what ListTrac is, and I think that there's a lot better tools in it that your agents might like better. But again, we all know that agents don't always love change, and there's been a lot of change with all of the new tools that we've launched and the brand has launched. So they need to know that ListHub at this point has not gone away. It's still there for them, but this is the new tool called ListTrac. So we're going to jump right in. So you just click here and it'll launch you into ListTrac. This is the Florida version. You can see I'm in Coldwell Banker Sunstar Realty. This is the dashboard. So you can see we have things like views, inquiries, visitors, a pretty cool heat map where if you zoom in or out, it's going to show you where most of your visitors are coming from, where people are saving listings from, your most popular listings, your most popular agents. So these agents are being visited online more frequently than the rest. So you can see it ranks them there. And then it gives you a performance by category. So the most popular home that's being searched, if you hover over any part of the pie chart, it will tell you that 33% of visitors were in the 100 to 200,000 range. And right after that is 200 to 300. So again, this is Florida specific that I'm in right now. But if you log into your ListTrac, depending on your security, you'll have either your office or the whole company. So you can see I can switch to any of the offices in Florida because I am a company admin. If you have office admin status, which our managers and admins and ASCs would, you'd have your own office on that list only. And then you can see you can drill down into a specific agent if you would like to do that as well. Or you can choose to do all agents. If you want to know what some of these things are, like this one in particular, I want to point out other broker and agent sites. If you click expand all, it's going to break them out individually. In particular, if you are curious about CB Florida Homes, CB Hunter, or CB Great Lakes, that's actually here under Lone Wolf. So again, if you hover over any of these, it's actually going to show you the number of views that are being reported. So again, that was from the dashboard, and you can toggle a day, week, month, or you can do a custom date range if you want. Again, this is the dashboard. Your agents will have their own dashboard, which will only be their listings. But again, I am under the office view, so I am getting all of that office there. So other things I want to point out are there are some settings in your profile that you want to make sure that your agents pay attention to if they are going to be sending the seller forms. So when you click on your name in the upper right corner, you can click on My Account. You can turn on or off email alerts. You can change the phone. You can upload a profile pic, which I do recommend your agents do if they're going to be sending out the emails to the sellers. So the question came in from Ginger. So unlike ListHub, this will allow admins to access this. We can get you admin access to ListHub, but yes, this is available right now to you at the admin or managerial level that you can go in and view your agents and all of your listings. So if you log into CB Exchange, your link is up at this moment. So again, we're in settings, so it's just on your name, click My Account, and then your agents can update the information that they want to in there, including adding their profile if they would choose to. So that was from the dashboard, and then we went over to the profile. So now we're going to jump into My Listings. Again, your agents will view all of their own listings, and you at the office level will be able to view all of the listings in your office. There is a search bar, so you can pop in an MLS number if you want to there, or you can go through your list. You see you have multiple pages depending on how many listings you have. A few cool things to notate is it does let you copy the link to that listing. This one in particular is commercial, so it's on CBC Worldwide. The rest of the links all go through to Coldwell Banker. Like listings to leads, each listing actually has a QR code that will launch into the URL that's to the left there. So if you scan that QR code, which I don't even know if anybody has QR code scanners on their phones anymore, but if you did, it would take you to this link here. Just again, like listings to leads, they actually have a text number. It's not fully functional right now. You can see it's the text and then it's the MLS number too, but then we don't have our phone number set up yet. So I am working with the brand to launch that in all 3 regions, but we do not have it yet. But let your agents know that that will be available. Unlike listings to leads, which takes the client to the listings to leads landing page, if a client was to text the number once we have our number set up, it would simply text them back with this code here. So it's always pushing them back to the coldwellbanker.com website. Again, this is a product brought to us by the brand, so they want the traffic to go back to coldwellbanker.com. So there's a few options that your agents have in there to share their properties with other people. But of course, we do have our listing stats. So if you click on that orangey yellow box right there to go into listing stats, and I picked a bad one because it's zeros. It's going to show you, oh no, there it goes, it populated. There we go. So it had 1,108 views for the month. Again, you can toggle whatever information you want there. 1 inquiry, which again, that would be as if they sent in an email, or if they were on the Zap app, which is coldwellbanker.com, but if they have the app on their phone and they sent in a text or a call to the agent from there, that would also be considered an inquiry. But it is tracking more than coldwellbanker.com. It's tracking any inquiries coming in from Zillow, from Trulia, CB Florida Homes, any of those websites it's tracking. If the property was shared or favorited, it'll tell you that as well. It's going to show you where those views are coming from. Zillow, MLS, the other brokers. Keep in mind that's where our company sites are in there as well. It's going to show the ebb and flow of the visitors. It's going to show similar homes, which doesn't appear to be working correctly. There was a question on our webinar on Tuesday and doesn't really seem to be working yet, so I think they're still working on that. And then it goes and just pie charts all of the information that you got in the screenshot here, the snapshot, and then it just breaks it down for you down there. So all this information is available, and again, you can toggle the view that you want to see depending on your date range. You can launch into the seller reports directly from this screen by clicking here, or you can do it from the My Reports tab to the left. I'm just going to simply launch from here since we're already in here, so we're going to click here. and it looks a lot like what you've seen in ListHub. It's going to let you fill out the seller's name, the last name, the email. It'll allow you to CC a spouse or another homeowner. You can reply to the agent, or you can change that and reply to an admin or an assistant if you want. You can automatically carbon copy you as the agent. And then you can change the subject if you want, but it does default to that. And again, it puts in the client's name there, a little information. You can change and update to make it read however you want. And then you have a couple options. ListHub let us have a little bit more flexibility here by sending it weekly, every other week, or monthly. ListTrac will send it out every Monday. So you can see no scheduled delivery. You can send it every Monday, or you can send immediately. Or you can, if you don't want to schedule it for every week, you just want to send it out one time, you leave it checked as no scheduled delivery and send immediately. Submit that, and it's going to email the client, but not put them on rotation to get it every Monday. If you do want them to get it every Monday, you simply just check there. And of course hit submit, which I won't do because I don't have a client's email address. So I'll simply hit cancel. So again, I was right in the listing from my listings tab, and I launched into that seller report from here. If you want to see what it's going to look like, you can click here for the preview. And this is what the email is going to look like, which I just realized, for those of you in Florida, we all know that this is incorrect. So let me get a note into our help desk at the brand and get that updated right away. This obviously should say Sunstar Realty. I had not launched a preview yet, so I did not know that, but we will get that updated for you as soon as possible. So again, this is what the email will look like that goes to your client. Has the logo there at top, has the information about the house, and then gives them the activity there. So as they scroll down, they'll get all of that information. So again, launched into the seller report here. You can preview it from here, or the agents can go into my reports, and it's going to show them all of the reports that have been sent, so they can have a history of that. So if they don't want to CC themselves on the report because they get so much email already, they can actually just go in here at their convenience and see which reports were sent out to the client. So if the client calls with a question, they'll have that history there that they can go back and see that. So again, that is ListTrac. Please have your agents go into CB Exchange to learn more, have them sign up for one of the webinars, or have them take the pre-recorded webinar, sit through that to learn more. You do launch into it from your springboard. It's right there. Keep in mind, ListHub at this point, the premium that Schmidt pays for is not going away. This is a new tool that the agents have access to if they choose. So let me see if I have any questions. Diane out of Ohio, they're still showing Hunter on your logo. Yes, I will request to have that changed. Schmidt Family of Companies, I assume, would be the preference for your office. So let me do a little bit of work when I contact the brand on getting Morris removed. I will ask them that question to get Hunter changed over to Schmidt for those Schmidt Family of Company offices there in Ohio. It's a great question. Thanks for pointing that out to me, and I will get you an update as soon as I have one. Okay, well, I don't see any other questions. Oh, I might have just lied. Here's another one. Jessica asks if ListHub will eventually go away once ListSync is launched. We don't know enough about ListSync yet, Jessica, to make that decision. It possibly could. If ListSync and ListTrac do exactly what ListHub does, there would be no need to have multiple tools doing the same thing. But again, we have to wait for the brand to launch ListSync so that we are aware that it's going to cover all of our obligations that we are covered with ListHub. So for now, we're going to do dual tools. The agents can choose which one they like best. And if at some point in the future ListHub goes away, we will notify the agents well ahead of time, and we will have admin support to help them migrate those seller reports. So good question there. Again, if you want to learn more, head to CB Exchange. And again, that other tool that's part of Listing Syndication 2.0 is called ListSync. So if you go in there, you can come into Listing Syndication 2.0 and learn more about what ListSync does. And then, of course, ListTrac has launched. We realize there's a few logo issues, which I just became aware of, so we will get to work with the brand and get those corrected. And I don't see any other questions coming in, so I want to thank you all for attending today. If you are not members of our Gen Blue Schmidt Family of Companies Facebook group, please join as soon as you can so you don't miss out on any good information. Every Monday Blue Matter Monday email that goes out has the link to the group, so please continue to talk to your agents about joining that group so that we all can stay in constant communication with them. Question from Becky in Grand Rapids. Our seller report does not have the logo or company name at all, so I will check that out, Becky, and get back to you. Again, this did just launch this week, so we do have a couple of these buggy issues that we have to work out. So as you guys are in there, if you can be my eyes and ears and pay attention to any of those glitches and send them to me, we will work with the help desk to get them all corrected. So thanks for pointing that out. I'll add that to my list of my help desk inquiries for today. All right. Well, that wraps it up for us. Thank you again for calling in today to learn about ListTrac. And if you have any questions after the fact, of course, always call me or reach out to me via email, and we'll get this all up and running together as a team. Thanks so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.